Today on The Boot Guy, we're talking about the Red Wing Heritage Roughneck, number 2948. So I've reviewed a lot of these Red Wing Heritage boots so far, and the 2948 really is no different than any of the other boots. They are all made exceptionally well. This boot with the nickel eyelids, with the really nice laces, with this roughneck leather, it's no exception to any of the other ones. What is different about the roughneck is the sole. Red Wing Heritage uses this classic Vibram heavy-duty sole. And this is a really good sole. This is actually one of those Vibram soles that I like a lot. The problem with this sole, when you mix it with a steel shank that it has here, and you use this tough leather and the classic Red Wing Heritage footbed, which is just a piece of leather on a hardboard footbed, all those elements mixed together make for a very uncomfortable, hard to break in boot. Now that's not to say that you guys out there aren't breaking these in and making these your lifelong boots. I mean, I hear stories about how comfortable these are after 2 or 3 years of breaking them in on, and how they seem to form to your foot and they become a part of you. That's awesome. If your goal is to have one single pair of shoes for the rest of your life, then Red Wing Heritage is that type of boot that you should be looking at. Now you got to put the work in, because this roughneck leather is some really tough stuff. Now when you put your hand inside this boot and you feel that leather, if you're a boot enthusiast like I am, or like some of you guys are out there, the first thing you're going to think to yourself is they used the wrong side of leather on the outside, because the inside of this boot is super smooth. It's amazing. You would think, well, why wouldn't you use that smooth leather on the outside? Well, you don't get the same look. You don't get the same appeal. By flipping that leather over and using it on this side, it really does age nicely. It starts to peel and flake and take on a new patina that you don't normally see in smooth oil-tanned leathers. Now it is a full leather sewed down welt, so this boot can be resoled, recrafted. You can send this off to one of the guys who are on YouTube today that are resoling boots, and they can put the new soles on there. Hell, you don't even have to have this boot resoled with a Vibram sole. You can actually put on a really nice shorter stack sole and give this boot a whole second life by choosing a different sole. Something that stands out as a nice piece of craftsmanship about this boot is the way they finish off the collar. And I really like it when you can see the hands of the worker inside the product. It's kind of like looking under a piece of furniture, and you can still see some pencil marks down there, or you can see a few little chisel marks. You can see the hand of the craftsman inside the item. And the Red Wing Heritage boots are no different, though they are finished off really nice. I mean, there is no defects through this boot at all. I mean, these boots are perfect. Out of the box, they are perfect. This little section, the way they finish this off right up in here, that is really nice. They wrap over this really soft piece of leather and they kind of finish off the edge of the top of the boot. That's a nice touch. This is something you don't see much in boots today. The Heritage boots are an exception to that rule, but look at it, it's beautiful. Now about the sizing and the fit, everybody suggests that you go down a half size, and I'm no different. When you go to try these things on, remember, bring your socks with you and be ready to try on 2 or 3 different sizes. If the sales clerks are giving you a hard time, just look the other way. You're about to dish out a big chunk of change on a boot that you're going to not only invest money, but time into getting it to fit your foot and become part of you. So since the roughneck leather is this special type of leather, taking care of this boot isn't really that big of a deal. You're going to have to add boot oil to it. You're going to have to brush it and keep it clean. But when you're trying to achieve a look, and that's what these boots are for, is achieving a look, achieving a presence, a fashion presence. These aren't work boots. You're not going to see the guys walking out on a job site with Red Wing Heritage boots. It's not going to happen. And it's not even about the price of the boots, because some of the nicer loggers are twice as much as these things. But what it is, it's about comfort when it comes to work boots. And the Heritage boots aren't about comfort as much as they're about achieving a style and a look. But taking care of the boot, about getting the leathers clean and soft, Mink oil, boot oil, and time. All three of those things are going to give you a really nice boot that's going to last you a really long time. So that's the Red Wing Heritage 2948 Roughneck boot in black with a Vibram sole. Hey, if you've ever worn this Red Wing Heritage or any of the Red Wing Heritage, please comment below. Let guys know about your break-in period. Is there something special that you guys are doing out there in order to get that footbed to shape your foot a little bit quicker? Please comment below. We're all interested in knowing what it takes to get these to that comfort level. Hey, if you want to see some really good detailed photos of this boot, swing by to bootguy.com. There I'll be taking this boot apart and we'll be looking inside there so you can see what that footbed looks like, so you can see what the inside of the leather and this beautiful finished collar that I was talking about. Please don't forget to hit my subscribe button below. It really helps out. And if you should have any questions about purchasing a pair of the Heritage boots or Red Wing boots in general, feel free to email me anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Shoot me over an email. I'm usually always ready to reply. All right, until the next time, I'm the Boot Guy. Thanks a lot for watching.